Hi everyone, Leanne here from Jaded Blossom, and it's time for the August 2025 release and review. So I'm going to go over all the different items and hopefully give you kind of a look at everything a little bit close up. Okay, so first of all, put that off to the side. First of all, I'm going to start with the Gnome Dies Farm Add Ons. Now this is a super cute set. Obviously, you're going to need, I don't know, gnome dies, girl gnome dies. Oh, if you want to get fancy, maybe the cowboy, gnome dies cowboy add-ons. Now, if you have the tool add-ons, this beard is really helpful because it's not as long and it won't cover up the outfit as much. Same thing with the groom. It also has a short beard that you can use. So you can use the long beard, but I'm just saying it's handy to have the short beard. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to go over all of these. I'm going to grab, this is an A2 size card base. And let's get going. Okay, so first we have the girl gnome, right? Obviously I used one of our faces this time with it, but isn't that cute? And then the cowboy add-ons for the hat. But this is her little outfit. Isn't that sweet? There's also arms. So, you know, if you want her to hold things and it looks a little bit awkward to have her like just holding it in front of herself, there's arms that you can adjust. Obviously, there's no hands on these ones because I haven't decided what I'm using them for yet, but there is that. Now, next is another A2 size card piece. This is the boy gnome. You see, I used the shorter beard with him. If you're using the longer beard, he'd be much taller. You'd have to move down the body or it would cover up most of his little outfit. Okay, so there he is. And first we have this little pitchfork that he can hold, spot for a hand. And isn't that cute? Just super cute stuff. Now, obviously, depending on the height of your gnome, how tall you make them, it'll decide whether they can fit sideways on an A2 size card. For the girl, I made her a little bit taller. I placed her head a little higher. So you see more of her shirt is showing. Whereas this guy, less of his shirt is showing. Well, also he's got a beard, but less of his shirt is showing. You see what I mean? So wouldn't really fit on a horizontal if you do it my way for the girl. But, you know, if you did it this way, would certainly fit. Okay. Obviously, the same arms can be used for the boy. So first we have the pitchfork. Next we have a little barrel that he can hold. I'm just going to move these off to the side. You get the, you know that I could use the arms. I'm not going to show them in for this. So here is him holding a little barrel. That's the barrel plain, right? So there's the plain barrel on an A2 size card. This is one filled with vegetables. You could obviously put the hands on there if you want, right? Use it for decoration on a card as well. This is one full of eggs, right? Same barrel, just with eggs. You can sort of see the sizing. This is one of those milk containers, milk urns. I'm not sure what they're called. Milk pail. And there it is, right? This is on a horizontal A2. Okay, then we've got a super cute little tractor. And remember, there is a layer to use to show you where to put the hands if you want. I didn't use it for this, but you can see they can easily hold the tractor, or you could use it separately on a card, right? We've got a cute little pig. How cute is that? You can use the layer for the hands right here, right? So they can be holding the pig, or you could just use the pig separately on a card, which is super cute. I'm going to move that little shadow off to the background. Oh, there's my other little shadow for the tractor. Now this one, we've got a little duck or a goose, whatever you want to call it. And this is the layer if you want to use the hands, right? So she can hold it. Or you could just use it separately, right, on your card. Now there is a corn cob. This one I have hands on it. Obviously you can skip the hands if you wanted to. And then lastly, you have a super cute little goat. I'm going to move this off. And there it is on an A2 size card base. So this is the super cute little Gnome Dies Farm Add Ons. I just think that they are adorable. There's also a little kerchief or necktie. And remember that you could certainly, you know, they're meant for the cowboys, but you could certainly use them on all the gnome dies or all the Gnome Friends dies. That would be super cute. Next, we have the Windmill die. So this is a fun one. And remember, there is an assembly video for this, so check that out. Oh, and I didn't mention, but obviously there's an assembly video for the Gnome Dies Farm Add Ons. Didn't mention it, but you know there's always an assembly video you can check out. Okay, so there is the Windmill die, and here it is assembled. This is on an A2 size card base, or card front. So that's what it looks like. You know, you could have it in the background with your gnome. Super fun stuff, right? The idea, just using it as you know, as ambiance for your farm backgrounds. Now if you're going to put it on an A2 sideways, I would just trim it off a little bit, right? Put it behind some grass. No one will know that you made it shorter to fit, but really it's meant for vertical A2 or larger. So there it is, super fun. Lots of little sentiments to go with like wind and stuff like that. So fun stuff. And remember, check out the assembly video. We have the adorable Gnome Friends Cow die. And then there's cow faces stamp set, a bunch of different ones, right? Eyes and little, you know, nostrils and mouths. Okay. And remember, there's an assembly video. Check that out. Okay. So these are A2 size card bases or card fronts. And let's do some cows. Okay. So first we have, oh my goodness, how cute is that? Holstein cow, just with enamel dots for eyes. Vertical A2. All right, let's maybe have two, right? Vertical, horizontal A2. Okay, remember you can have legs. I don't have them on there, but you can have legs just like he's sitting, or you can have legs having him hold something. Oops, let me just move this off to the side. We can have him holding, I don't know. Let's say he's holding the milk jug. Super fun and easy, right? Trying to get something smaller for him to hold. Here we go. Can be holding some veg in a barrel. You get the gist, right? So isn't that cute? So, you know, so you can use pattern paper with it. This is a cow print. Okay, so next we have a little Highland cow. Oh my goodness. And for this one, I used the stamp set for the eyes. Isn't that fun? And you can have a little tongue sticking out if you want. There are furry legs that you can use, right? Whoops. No, this one. Well, like this and like this. So furry legs. Isn't that sweet? Right? Has little furry hands if you want to have this one holding something. Little hands. I didn't stick them down because I wanted you to see, right? So this is if you want him to be holding or peeking out. Isn't that fun? Just adorable stuff. And remember, check out my assembly video. Okay. And lastly, we've got, oh my goodness, just a straight old cow. So you'll notice that you can have a cow that has the ears downturned, or you can have them going straight out, right? Isn't that cute? So here he is. And same thing, we've got legs, or the other way, right? Can be holding something, but I just think it is the sweetest thing. And the stamp set, I think, really gives the personality. Look at those eyes. Just super fun. Now, you can also choose or opt to use die cuts for eyes. So here's just a head of one cow with the die cuts for eyes. There's these die cuts, and then there are like the plain circular ones, right? Or oval ones. There we are. So you can choose. Or there's also this head with the mouth open. Kind of looks like he's laughing, right? Or smiling. Isn't that sweet? And with the stamped eyes. I just think it's adorable. Also, this is from the Farm Add Ons. Remember I said that you could certainly use these with the cows, right? I would have put this on the cow before we stuck the head down, but you get the gist, right? Isn't that sweet? You can be wearing the little kerchief. Okay, so next we have the Denim Pocket die set. Super cute. There's an assembly video. Check it out. But I'm just going to show you what it looks like. So this is if you use the dies to make it a pocket, right? So see, this is what it looks like. And you can put, I'm Canadian, so, you know, you can put money in here, which is kind of fun. Or you can put a whole whack of gift cards if you wanted to, right? But this is an A2 size card front. And that's what it would look like on an A2 size card front. Isn't that cute? I just think it's adorable. Now, you could certainly have a cow peeking out from the pocket on your card. Wouldn't that be cute? I just think it's adorable. So there we go. That's what it looks like. But in the meantime, there's also other ones. So we've got this one. There's some rivets you can decorate with, and you can see there's like stitching on there. Okay, so that's on an A2 size card base. I'm going to do another one. Here's another one. This is a different stitching, right? You could put a little top to your pocket if you wanted to, right? You can decorate it however you like. Then we've got this one has that round, oh, there we go, has the rounded one. You notice that there's a little tag that you can stamp on here. How fun is that? I realized I've got some embossing paste on my fingers. There we go. Isn't that fun? That's A2 sized. This one says smile, right? You can do stars, a little hello, you know, just fun stuff. Now you can also decorate it. It comes with a button, comes with a, you know, a solid, comes with a heart button, a little couple of flowers, but super cute. And obviously the tiny little rivet die is also there. So it's lots of fun, and it would be great to use, you know, on a card front. Excuse me. You can have the little cows peeking out. Like I said, cows peeking out, just lots of fun. Okay, so next we have the stamp set, which kind of goes with these pockets. It's called the Pocket Full of Sunshine. There's also Pocket Full of Sunshine outline dies. So here for this one, I'm just going to get it out of the package here. You can see. There we go. So we've got pocket money, birthday dough, pocket the moment, pocket full of sunshine. Here's a little pocket change, just a little pocket money. Spend this like it's burning a hole in your pocket. Now these would fit on the pocket, right? So you can stamp them right on the pocket if you wanted to. And all these little ones, smile, love, for you, HB to you, so happy birthday to you, hello, little stars, and XOXO, those can all be stamped on the little pocket tag, right? So I just think that's a super cute idea. Obviously you could stamp them wherever you want, but that's what they're meant for. And isn't that fun? And there are outline dies for this as well, which I always say isn't a necessity, but boy, it makes life easy, right? So there they are, and you don't have to cut them apart anymore. Super fun stuff. We also have the stamp set and outline dies called Hey Friend. And these are funny little sentiments to go along with your farm dies, right? Or farm dies, for making cards. So this one is hello from the funny farm. Don't go bacon my heart for the pig. Wishing you a farmtastic birthday. Hey friend, I utterly adore you. So obviously cow. I'm a huge fan, which kind of goes with this one, right? Hope your birthday blows you away. Same thing. Party till the cows come home, obviously for the cows. Hey there, cutie, right? And wishing you an easy breezy kind of day. This is obviously another one for that. But super cute sentiments. You can see the sizing on an A2 size card base. And there are outline dies that make your life easy. And there we go, super cute. Now, lastly from this release is the bandana stencil. Super cute, perfect for this farm release. And I just think it's adorable. It is free with $50 purchase as long as you have one item in your cart from the new release. And, you know, there's all sorts of rules, you know, before shipping and handling, yada, 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 while supplies last. Check out what the rules are, and this will be added to your cart for free while supplies last, like I said. And I used pure poppy cardstock and Ranger embossing paste to make this. Now, obviously, I kind of went under the stencil there, but ignore that because I would cut this down anyways because this is a 6x6 stencil, right? Or it's on a piece of 6x6 pure poppy cardstock from Paper Train. So if you want to watch me ink blend this, use this at the end of the video. Check it out. But otherwise, thank you so much for stopping by and, you know, get shopping. Otherwise, stay tuned. Bye, everybody. Okay, so here we are. This is the bandana stencil. That's that freebie that I mentioned to you. And I'm going to use my Wendy Vecchi Make Art Station and some pure poppy cardstock from Paper Train. It's kind of my favorite red. And I'm going to just spread on some Ranger texture paste. It's Opaque white, like Opaque matte. And I'm just using a cheapo spreading tool. I'm just going to spread it on. So this is a super easy way to use the stencil. You could easily ink blend it as well. But I just chose to use embossing paste because you get that nice crisp white look of the bandana, you know, the red and white. But you gotta love it. So I am loving this new release. I think you gotta run and get it as fast as you can. It works alongside with a lot of stuff that we already have out for our gnomes, which is lots of fun. I just think it's the sweetest thing ever. So super cute stuff. So here we go. So you just want to make sure that you take off any extra, right? I did have a little flub. It kind of went under the stencil in one spot, but it's not a big deal. You know, you cut down this piece for your card base anyway, or for your card background anyway. And, you know, you are putting other items on your card that will cover that up, but there we go. So just take off any extra. You want to seal up your paste. I use press and seal for that. And here we go. I'm going to peel it off. And isn't that fun? So thank you so much for stopping by. Be sure to hop on over to the Jaded Blossom blog, Be Inspired by the Team, the Jaded Blossom store to get your hands on this release. And thanks for watching. Bye, everybody.